Hello everyone, welcome to my Kaeya fan art video. In this video I'm just going to be talking a lot about Genshin, Kaeya, and how I play the game. So let's get right into it. So I first got into Genshin Impact when I was watching my brother play games. I usually do, and this time he was playing Genshin. I've always seen him play and walk around with the main male character, Ether, but he named him Jan, so to me, I just always knew the character as Jan. I really liked the character design and how the world looked. It's a very pretty game, but I would always just see him walking around aimlessly, fighting and cooking or something like that. So I was just kind of wondering what kind of game was it and what was the point. So I asked him, like, is there any story mode or something going on? And he was kind of confused because he doesn't really like to get into like stories and stuff, so I encouraged him, play a story quest, do the quests. And so the quest he was on was Kaeya's quest, and of course I helped him solve the little puzzles Kaeya had set up. And I was like, oh, I guess there's pirates in this game, what a weird game. And in the end it was all a lie, because Kaeya just wanted a way to wrap you into his work, which I thought was, I was kind of like, I was kind of suspicious of him, but in the end I guess it somehow made me like him, because he wasn't really trying to force the player to like him, and he was just kind of taking things not too seriously, always keeping a cool facade, and it ended up making me kind of interested in what was the secret behind him. And so when I started playing Genshin myself, I really liked Kaeya, and of course I learned more about his backstory later on when I leveled up his friendship level, and I just ended up really liking him more than I thought I would, especially his voice lines in English. He says, "What's the hurry?" or what's the other one? He says, "I didn't know you were such a slacker," when you just stand around idle for too long. I don't know, I think it's so funny just hearing him. Sometimes I'm just like, oh my gosh, Kaeya, please. But yeah, and he has a new skin coming out, which is really nice, so I'm looking forward to that. When I get into Genshin, I usually have my main team of Barbara, because I always have a healer on my team, and Kaeya, and Xiao, and Raiden. Xiao is another favorite character of mine, just because I really love his character design. I've really never seen a character like his in any game or show or anything. I really like his character design. When I play Genshin, I usually do the Japanese voices, so his voice actor did a very good job. And of course, he's a pretty legendary voice actor. So I really love Xiao. Raiden, she's in my team because she pretty much acts as a support in my team. Of course, she's a good DPS as well, but I just like her as a support. She isn't my favorite god, but my favorite god is the Geo Archon, which I won't spoil it for anybody. Of course, Raiden is not a spoiler because it's pretty clear that she's literally named Raiden Shogun, which, Shogun, leader of Japan, and she's the leader of Inazuma. So I do like the Geo Archon, and I want to get him, but I missed his banner, unfortunately, because Diluc came home. It was, not a loss, because I did want Diluc since I had gotten his skin before I even got Diluc. But, I'll just wait for his next banner. Current banners, I'm not really sure if I'm going to wish them or not. Right now it's, who is it? It's Klee and Eula. And Eula, of course, it's been a while since her last banner. And I did want her before, but I after I built my Kaeya and I have Ganyu, who I also want, I don't really know if I want another cryo character. Of course, she's pretty strong, so I'll have to think about that. But Klee, other than Diluc, I don't have another Pyro character that is really good, so I might get Klee. But I'll have to think about it because I do have some Pyrogen saved up. So the current part that I'm at the story of Genshin is the middle of the Sumeru story quests. And I kind of stopped playing after a while because I was waiting for the Fontaine quest to come out, or the Nation of Fontaine to come out, because I don't really like it when I play a game and I finish it, or even a show. Like, I don't like watching the first season of a show when the second season hasn't come out yet, because I hate waiting. So I didn't want to like lose interest in Genshin before the next Nation came out, so I'm just kind of waiting, slowing down on the story quests, doing like the little events over time. So just waiting for Fontaine. It seems like they're already releasing what the characters look like in Fontaine. They all look very kind of Victorian style clothing, or maybe even steampunk a little bit. It's pretty interesting. I was wondering why though all the characters seem to have like titanium blonde hair. Don't know why, but I mean they look cool, so I might get one of them. Yeah, so when I play Genshin, I like to develop all my characters across the board. I don't know if other people like doing that. There's only a few characters that I haven't leveled up at all because I kind of had no interest in them. I don't know if other people do this, so if you guys do that, say it in the comments. I just like having options, let's just say. Some experts would say, oh, you should fully level up and build one character at a time, but I don't know, it doesn't really work for my playstyle. I'm usually a completionist. I like finding all the secrets in games. I like opening all the chests in Genshin, trying to get all the exploration of the areas. I will say though, my Sumeru map, I think I did complete most of the map, but those, what are they called? Those leaf, what are they called? Dendroculus? I have not found majority of those. I don't know why they made the map so big and it's so hard to find those Dendroculus, so I don't know, I might give up on that aspect of the game, but it's still very fun. Another character I really want is Ayato. I did wish a lot on his last banner, but unfortunately I didn't make enough wishes and I didn't earn enough Primogens. So I'll have to wait for his next banner. I was saving up for either the Geo Archon or Ayato, but I don't know when's their next banner gonna come out, especially since Ayato's wasn't too long ago. I also want Catching because I just really like her as an electro DPS. I also have Alhaitham's weapon, which would work really well with her, so I'm just waiting for somebody with Elemental Infusion for their normal attacks. And also has to be a sword user, so of course it could either be C6 Bennett, or maybe with his burst you could also make him use Alhaitham's weapon, or Catching, or Ayato himself. I do have Nilo, but I think another weapon would suit her better, where she could boost either her HP or her Elemental Mastery rather than her critical damage. I also want Ganyu because she puts up some pretty high numbers as a bow user. I usually avoid those people, but She's a really good bow user. The only bow user I kind of developed mostly was Child. And Child, I really debated whether or not I should get him, because at the time I had a guaranteed 5-star. So it had gotten to the point where I was like the higher 70s in wishes. And I thought about it, and I was kind of like a early player, newer player at the time, so I didn't really have any other characters that I wanted really badly. I had already gotten my favorite 5-star at the time, Xiao, still is. And I was like, well, for other 5-stars I want, I hear Child's gameplay is pretty unique and fun, so I got him. I don't really regret it because I think I did need a good bow user, and he's tolerable for me because when you use his skill, he does turn into melee stance, so not too bad. And of course, there's nothing wrong with bow users. Of course, a lot of the characters put up very high numbers in damage. It's just that I always get hit whenever I'm charging up my attack, so I just hate it. I like being able to run very quickly. I don't know if there's a way to make like the screen move faster when you're aiming. Maybe I'll put up my sensitivity or something, but yeah, that's my struggle in the game. So the main things I really do in Genshin is play the story, but when I'm waiting on a new story to come out, I like walking around, fighting, collecting materials. I don't like farming for materials, artifacts, because I just find it so tedious. But of course, when I have to, I'll do it for my main characters that I use. I do like wishing, but of course, it's so hard to make wishes in Genshin. I wonder if it's the same for the other MiHoYo games. I never really know or got into Honkai Star Rail, is it called? Their newest game, so I don't know if I'll get into that, or their other game, something Impact, I can't remember what it's called. But maybe when Genshin kind of dies down for me, I'll move on to the other MiHoYo games, because I think they really make beautiful characters and beautiful storylines, very interesting to play, very fun. So I would say Genshin is my current favorite game. I did also do a fan art of Xiao, but unfortunately I didn't do a video recording of the process of me drawing him. So if you guys do want to see me do a fan art of Xiao, I'll just have to remake another one. Maybe this time I'll make less of a headshot of Xiao and more so like a full body pose or something. So that'd be pretty cool to do. And I am interested in drawing another character from Genshin, so leave your suggestions down below in the comments, please. Maybe a girl, because I have yet to do a girl fan art, so I am interested. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and that would be it for this one. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to down in the comments below. Bye!